Station date 2025-0919. Captain's log. We knew right away something had tripped our sensors. A warning that some sort of anomaly was detected near the station. A code was sent out to our crew members instructing them to meet at the source as quickly as possible. While this certainly wasn't our first encounter with such an oddity, we prepared ourselves for any unknown circumstances we may face. What we discovered was two strange yet familiar beings, looking lost and confused as they exited a crowded shuttlecraft. One of these visitors, a short brown furred biped dressed in rugged attire, held the other, a smaller creature, in his arms. The small winged being seemed curious and was adorned with purple and white feathers. To our relief, these two appeared to have no ill will or intent. In fact, they didn't seem to have intended to be here at all. I greeted them, kneeling so not to tower over them unnecessarily, and we shook hands, so it looks like we have something in common. It seemed very clear that we needed to understand their story, and they would feel less nervous if they knew where they were. So, we introduced ourselves with a station tour. They seemed to somewhat understand me as I spoke, although they've only communicated through gestures and have not spoken a word. Our science officers have implemented a recalibration of our translators in hopeful attempts to better correspond with them, but we're unsure of our level of success. We escorted them to our social and market spaces and showed them a brief preview of the holosim while it was still undergoing maintenance, introducing them to some of the crew's department leads along the way. They're mostly quiet and curious throughout, so after some time I asked them about where they came from and if they were in need of our help. I'm still uncertain if the little brown biped is unable to speak or just very nervous, but it's clear we needed to find a non-verbal method of communication. I handed my tablet down to them and opened a document program with text and drawing tools. Slowly the small biped's expression relaxed as they started working away, making various marks on the screen. Soon we were able to understand that on their planet, they had accidentally traveled back in time. Quite an impressive accomplishment. Upon finding a mysterious fossilized egg, the small brown biped stumbled into a device that then transported them to an ancient age of giant and now extinct animals on their world. Whatever sort of contraption got them there, it seems to have managed to slingshot them and the now hatched egg far into a future timeline, as soon as disaster became imminent in the ancient past. We're unsure just yet if our time is their future or if the failure of this device landed them in a different universe entirely, but we're determined to find out. Presently, I've attempted to convey that it'll take us some time to uncover an approach to help get them back home. We've offered them a room that we've prepared for their comfort and welcomed them to continue to explore the station. As long as we don't find ourselves dealing with any temporal malfunctions due to their presence, I don't foresee any issues. Thus far, there's been no sign of trouble, and I do hope their stay will be enjoyable, despite how scary I imagine finding oneself in a vastly different place than what you knew must be. Twice. I've secured and issued them both with communicators, and we've already begun to work trying to sort out where they came from and how to get them back home. I've encouraged them to try to make use of our holosim with supervision of the helper droids, whose intriguingly share similar features to the small biped. Perhaps more research into the origin or the design of our helpers may give us some leads on this unanticipated mystery.
Computer, pause log. What are you doing in my chair?
Just keeping it warm for you, Cap.
Oh, how thoughtful. Although I believe we have automated seat warmers.
Right. I'll, just leave you to record your logs then.
Hey folks, we hope you've been having a fun time this weekend and enjoying the many panels and vendors we've hosted. While we still have more to come after this, we wanted to close out this year's virtual convention with some important information. First and foremost, don't forget that we have DJs playing tonight, so while there is a little bit of a gap between these closing ceremonies and when those start, go and bookmark our Mixcloud page. It is listed below the stream and on our website. All of our Mixcloud streams will be going into VR chat as well, so be sure to check out our worlds tonight, and it's a great place to hang out with your friends. There are also a couple of panels still happening tonight as well, so make sure that you check those over on our website or in our Discord events, which is much better at automatically adjusting to your time zone so you know exactly when it's going to happen. Speaking of Discord, our server is available all year round. We host monthly events, so be sure to join up and you'll get notifications of when those are happening. We usually have gesture drawing on the second weekend of the month and a session of VR chat games on the third weekend of the month. And there's more usually being organized in the community as well. There are spaces to share your creative works, organize your own games and meetups as well. Not to mention that our vendors and art gallery are live for almost a whole year, and some vendors will have more offerings down the road, so be sure to follow their posts and go find their socials. For those of you that love event numbers and metrics, we will have stats posted as soon as we can after the event. In the meantime, if you want to be a part of those numbers, don't forget to grab your free swag like badges from our Discord before it's gone. The event role for this year, the 2025 attendee role, will only be available until September 24th, 2 p.m. Central Time, and at that point the role will be removed from the swag channel and no one will be able to pick it up anymore. A reminder that our Cosmos merch is only available for a limited time as well, so be sure to check out the shirts, bags, and more at CozyConOnline.com/store to get the awesome designs before they're gone. We have a repeating pattern by Shrimppunk on button-up shirts and bags and more, as well as a fun t-shirt design of our mascots by Mythics that's also available on a few other items as well. Most of our items are able to be purchased by folks worldwide. However, a few items are not available in the EU and the USA at this time. This is just including our pogs, our button pins, and stuff that the staff handle shipping ourselves. We're still navigating, trying to figure out a way to properly ship stuff to the EU and the USA, but it's been a fiasco, so we'll get there eventually. We have put some stock aside to make sure that we have a little bit left over so that we can re-release some stuff once we actually have a proper shipping method again. On the plus side, digital items don't have any such restrictions, so if you would like to get our awesome music album, our Dino Bird companion, and a few other things, those are also available in our shops, both on our website store and on our Ko-fi. The website store is the only one that has the worldwide available physical merch. So if you're looking for shirts and bags and like stickers and stuff like that, go to our website store. The Ko-fi is mostly just digital stuff, and our CozyCon Club, which is only available to non-US and non-EU folks at this time because it does include pogs and button pins and stuff that we ship out ourselves. CozyCon wouldn't still be here if it weren't for our team of volunteers who put in tons of hours between our annual convention events. They ensure that everything is set up and running as smoothly as we can, but we could always use some extra helping hands to distribute the workload. So if you would like to volunteer for things like building stuff in VR, or helping out with social media, or just generally want to help out, let us know. Our volunteer form is always open, and we are always happy to hear from folks if you'd like to help out and don't know where you want to help out. We also wouldn't have any of our scheduled events and delightful offerings without our panelists and DJs and vendors who bring their skills and creativity to the event and make it what it is. If there's something that you would like to see happen next year, volunteer or find someone in your community spaces that are willing to host something. Panels and whatnot are not solely organized by staff. They are put on by people in the community, and that's the only reason why they happen. We're a community-driven team, and we really couldn't do any of this without you, our community, so thank you for being here and for your support. Don't worry if you missed some panels this year. We will have a selection of them made available on our YouTube as soon as we have some time to process the recordings. We will also be sharing information on socials if we see panelists or DJs post their own panels and sets, and you can also peruse the schedule on our website even after the event so you can see who hosted what and where to find them, so make sure you check that out. As per usual, we want to hear from you on what went well and what didn't, and what you'd like to see us do more of. We will have a feedback form available on the website as soon as we can. There is a short form if you have just like a simple thing you want to mention to us. There is a form for that. But every year we put out a form that has a few more like targeted questions to help prompt stuff. And we would really love to hear from you on that so that we can take that forward for us next year. Once the event is over and the staff have had time to rest, we will be tackling onboarding some new volunteers for the next year's event, so if you're interested in helping out, now is the best time to apply. Reach out to us if you want to help but aren't sure how, and we will see if we can find something that works for you. Now, usually at this point we would reveal next year's theme. We are not revealing the theme at this time, I know, boo. Once everything's been finalized, we will make an announcement for that, so stay tuned. It's going to be very cozy, which, I mean, every year is pretty cozy, I think. And that's pretty much it. Traditionally short closing ceremonies. Don't forget about our dances tonight, and there is at least one panel happening after this, so make sure that you check the schedule and come join us on Discord. We'd love to have you. We really appreciate you all being here for this event, and we hope you stay cozy.